Okay, our next speaker. Is our next speaker in the room? Oh, hello. Okay, so our next speaker. Don't forget, this is an advertisement for our free mic event in the future. Anybody can come up and sing, dance, recite poetry, make funny noises.
It's like a talent show for adults.
Yeah, talent show. So our next speaker. Well, he's a man of musical creation. He's Mr. Garcia of physical education. He's done talks here at Fred in the past, and I'm sure this one won't be his last. But on this cold and wintry night, he's going to tell us what is wrong and what is right. About playing with mates between classes and avoiding those gender-based clashes. Because when kids go to play outside, the school must be able to take pride of the way that we build and include, how the spaces we breathe don't exclude. He's transforming how we use the schoolyard. Saying no to him has always been hard. Now he's proving he's impossible to ignore. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Igor!
Okay, I think Rob said everything. Okay, let's start. Let's as my teacher Darren says, let's get cracking. Okay, transforming the schoolyard in San Prudencio school. Imagine that you're in a schoolyard. What is the first thing you see?
Children.
Play football.
What are the children playing?
Schoolyard.
Schoolyard, playing football.
Goalposts. Goalposts.
Goalposts.
The goal.
Uh-huh.
And you walk in, they're there.
Goalpost.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right over here, yeah? Yeah, goals and football pitches, yeah? Is that what you imagined over there? Yeah? Because this is a fact. In the schoolyards around the country, and in San Prudencio, in this case, in the school where I am working, 80% of the schoolyard is taken up with football pitches. Yeah, and this was the reality in our school up until recently, because we did some change. So it's an average, 80%. Yeah. So what did we do in the school in order to change the situation? The first thing we did was we created a team of teachers that are in charge of the schoolyard, and the second step was we asked help. We asked the collaboration of Nº2. Nº2 is a feminist architect that is working in other schools of the Basque Country, and with her help we observed the schoolyard, and these are the results of our observation. As you can see here, the blue dots indicate the places where the boys played in 2 break times. You know, as you can see here, they played a lot in the football pitches, and some of them around the football pitches in tight spaces over there. Yeah. And here you have the girls. The green dots indicate the spaces where the girls were forced to play, you know, around the football pitches here, over there in tight spaces, and some of them in the football pitch too. So these are the results of our observations. You know, and it was an unfair situation. No? We observed that those children, both boys and girls, that don't like football or don't like to play football, were forced to play in tight spaces around the football pitches. So we had to do something, no, about it. Taking into account that those 30 minutes of break time are students' free time, you know, it was vital to consult them, to consult the students, and that's what we did. We asked them what their interests were, or in other words, what would you like to play, or what would be the yard of your dreams, you know? So each student drew a picture of the yard of their dreams, as you can see here, no? And as you can imagine, there were some ideas a bit outside our budget, isn't it? Laser tag, elastic mats, or such as swimming pool, skate park, you know. Mm-hmm. But there were some of them that we could consider, and that's what we did. We did 4 transformations. Always, this is really important for us, for the school. Always considering the interest of the students, taking into account the interest of the children. So these are the 4 transformations that we did. The first one, the yard games. Second one, a chill-out zone. The third one, the climbing wall. And the fourth one, the mural, collaborative mural. So let's start with the first one, with the yard games. You know, this is an artist, a painter, that is a mom of 2 kids of the school. So we asked her to paint 4 yard games. Why? Because a number of kids, a number of students suggested this kind of games, painting on the ground, and we painted one for jumping, another one with numbers, another one with letters, and another one more traditional that is called rayuela here in the Basque Country in Spain.
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. Hopscotch. Okay. And this was the first step. We did this in June 2019. So, talking about the second one, the chill-out zone. You know, a large number of kids wanted a place in order to talk, no? A place for talking, a place to have lunch in a relaxed way, a place to play board games, a place to play Lego, a place to paint or to draw or to write, to read, you know, for this kind of stuff. And they said too that they wanted some contact with the nature, you know. So the team of teachers came up with this idea, a chill-out zone that covers all these interests, all these motivations. And as you can see in the photo, at the beginning we have two goals that we wanted to achieve, and one was this: we wanted a place where could be children of different ages, you know, from 7 to 12-year-old children, you know, and we achieved the goal, because as you can see here, there are children of different ages, mixing, playing board games, reading, talking, having lunch, you know. And looking at the next one, this was the second goal. We wanted to work on their responsibility. There are children that are volunteers. They are the oldest one, those that are 11, 12-year-olds, that are in charge of taking in and taking out these games and these books, and you know, in this trolley they are taking this responsibility, taking it and taking out this stuff. So you know, we are really proud. We are really proud that, about this chill out zone. It was really successful. Next one, the climbing wall. The climbing wall was another request of the students, and it was really successful at the beginning. But it's true that in the last few months, we have seen that the interest has waned. So we are thinking about inventing more challenges and different games in order to encourage students back. That's one. Let's go. The last one. Now the mural. I could say the collaborative mural. We wanted to do an activity or a project where the children, the parents and the teachers could work together. So we did this. We came up with this idea, a collaborative mural. The same painter, the mom of the two kids of the school, painted the outlines, and the children painted it in, as you can see here. And they painted it in with the help of some parents that were volunteers. So you can see here a mom and another man over there. We wanted that they could work together. So as you can see here, we made some teams with girls and boys of different ages. So the oldest ones helped the youngest ones to paint. Yeah. And I have to say that on top of that, there are a lot of messages on the paintings, on the pictures, and as you can see there are some phrases written in English, in Basque, and in Spanish. This one is in English. And for example, no, protecting our planet starts with you. You know, there are some messages that I invite you to go there to the school and have a look at it and try to extract the messages that are linked to the philosophy of the school. So we are going to finish. Really short. Really rare in my case. Yeah, another one. Yeah. There are still a lot of ideas, a lot of plans in the pipeline. Next month, we are going to work with this organization that is called PAD, Patios y Parques Dinámicos in Spanish. It's an organization that works with students that have special needs. We call it inclusion, and it is really challenging for us because we are going to be the first school in the Basque Country to work with them. And you know, it's an organization that is really extended in Spain and really extended in South America. So it's a challenge for us. And another idea that we have is music. No, we want to create in the break time, to create a place where they can listen to music. The children can listen to music or dance or sing. You know, because we did something. We did something about this last year, and it was really successful. So we want to repeat. And grandparents. What about grandparents? We will have another project that is that grandparents and parents can come to the school, to the break time, and they can show, or yeah, you can show to the children how to play traditional games, you know. So we have work to do this year, yeah, a lot. So I don't want to finish without a reflection. Let's go with the reflection. You know, I think I always name Sir Ken Robinson because I like a lot the ideas of this guy, you know. I don't know if you read The Element. It's The Element. Sir Ken Robinson is the author of this book. I think has got a lot of has a link with what you Masha said before, you know. Finding, well, we can talk about after the presentation. So, getting straight to the point. Sir Ken Robinson said to all the people and to the teachers especially, hey guys, don't wait and start your revolution. And I think in our school in San Prudencio we are taking big steps, like this boy, towards the revolution, and we are changing things, in this case in the yard, and we are considering students' interest. That is the most important thing, take into account children's interest, because in this case the yard belongs to them. And that's all.